All right, so let's talk about some of the major benefits that come with intermittent fasting. And one of the first ones, and probably one of the most powerful ones of intermittent fasting, is that it actually stimulates something called ketosis. Now, maybe you're familiar with ketosis, maybe you're not. This is something we talk about in our crash course to keto. We break this all down for you. But essentially, after roughly 8 to 10 hours, your body runs through all of its sugar stores. Now, thanks to our standard American diet, most of us, our metabolism is wired to run off of sugar as our primary fuel source. Now, this comes from any of the carbohydrates that we're eating, all the junk foods, the snack foods that are out there. But after roughly 8 to 10 hours, our body burns through all that glucose and glycogen that's being stored as fuel in our body. Now, the brain obviously doesn't want to shut down, so it's going to have to use some alternative fuel source for fuel. So then it is going to switch to burning fat for fuel. Now, fat has some really powerful components to it. Many of us wonder, is it really good to be running off of fat for fuel? Why would I rather run off of fat for fuel rather than sugar? There's some really substantial benefits to this. One, sugar actually produces less energy than fat does per unit. And number two is that sugar actually creates more oxidative stress, or more, I call it smog almost. It creates more inflammation in the body from burning this as a fuel source. Whereas fat is a much cleaner fuel source, produces much less inflammation, and actually burns much cleaner. So if we had to pick between the two as a fuel source that we want, I'm going to choose fat all day long because it's a much cleaner, much more efficient fuel source for the body. And it has some substantial benefits that I break down all this in our crash course to keto, but it does things like burning fat, it helps build muscle, helps rejuvenate your mitochondria, which are the batteries for your cells, which gives you tons and tons of energy. It actually helps your brain perform better, so you're gonna be able to be more focused, be able to increase your cognitive performance. I mean, ketosis is one of these golden strategies that you're just gonna absolutely fall in love with, especially as you're going through your fasting time. But what happens is intermittent fasting is one of the best ways to force your body to run through all its sugar stores and start to burn fat for fuel. And over time, what happens is it starts to create a new groove in your metabolism that trains your body to actually use fat as its primary fuel source, so that you can become more efficient at burning fat for fuel, which can help you burn your own fat stores, build more muscle, and just absolutely radically improve your energy, your mental performance as well. And this has to be one of my favorite benefits of intermittent fasting is ketosis.